Action. Yo, what up? What up, good?
How are you?
See you, man.
You too.
Got that freezing ass cold.
I know, it's cold as
Freezing out there.
What's good, bro? You good to see you, man?
You too. Oh, damn.
Boom. What's up, bro? What up, Cam? What's up? This is Hayden with Alpha Grand TV. Today we have the one and only 98KC.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
Our co-host, the great Bambi42.
What up?
So what's up, KC? We see that you just dropped your new song, Like This. And, of course, as always, it's been popping. So tell us, what was that like?
Well, as I'm gonna put it, it was probably like my best song that I've dropped yet. The best song, probably the biggest feature, super hip hop.
Right.
Back to my roots, a lot of people would say, because I used to do more hip hop tracks and shit, and kind of how I got going, and then I started doing more ignorant, but brought it back. Me and Top linked up.
Right.
Know.
Yeah, 100%. No, it was a good vibe. I was actually vibing to it today. Of course, it just came out, so I've been out here just bobbing to it for sure.
Got a little booty call on the feature. You already know.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, who is Little Booty Call? How did that come to be?
Well, he's an artist. He's from Texas.
Okay.
Pretty sure Houston. I actually am a fan of him. I've been bumping him since 2017, I'd say.
Okay.
He has some songs on YouTube that blew up back then, like couple million views on one. I think it's called Yu-Gi-Oh. No, it's not the Yu-Gi-Oh track. He has a bunch of random like songs, and they're all they blew up on SoundCloud. He did some videos, they blew up, and then I hit him up. I actually hit him up like 2 years ago for a verse, and he was like, "Oh, can't do it, doing label shit or whatever."
Right.
And then he posted on his story. He's like, "If you want verses, hit me up." I don't know if he's with the label or what's going on, but I hit him up real quick, and he told me the price or whatever. He's like, "It's kind of what's your budget?" And I was like, I mean, I got this one song with the open verse, and I got this beat that I thought he'd like. So I wanted him to fuck with the song first.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna just be like, "Here's some money, like let's make a song." Like, no, I want you to actually want to make the song, So sent him the beat, sent him the open verse, which was like this, and instantly I could show you the DMs. He was like, "Sheesh," all caps. Like, he's like, "That like this one is hot."
Yeah.
He's like, "Let me hop on that." And then I was like, "Shit, we worked it out. We worked the price out. Honestly, super fair." He sent me the verse overnight. He sent me like the rough draft and then like a finalized draft, and then I took it to the studio, had Moses mix it. Shout out Moses,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, did it like that. I want to get a video for it.
Right.
I want to get him over here for a show possibly.
For sure.
This year, hopefully.
That would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just dropped that. It's doing really good. It's already at like 1,200 views on Spotify, which is actually pretty good for me, especially in 3 days or 4 days. Yeah.
Have you ever had a response like this for a track that you put out?
No, definitely not.
It seems like there's a lot of people talking about it. Like, a lot of people like really like this song.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of new people sharing it on their stories, like other artists. A lot of people on Snapchat have been sharing it. Kind of everyone. I told everyone, I was like, just wait. Like, I know you guys, everyone who's not fans of the ignorant stuff and what. I was like, I make a lot more different type of music. Like, I got you guys. Like, and this was one of those songs that I was working on, and I've been trying to push myself to create better music, and push myself to, I don't know, just make better shit.
Even for me, I remember filming a show that you were performing on, and I remember hearing that song, and like, I remember editing the video, and I'm like, damn, that song is really, really good. Like, I had to watch it again. But yeah, talk about the process of of featuring somebody who isn't local, who, you know, because
Right.
it seems like it'd be kind of difficult to like promote a song, and you know, because you can't. Well, I mean, you are performing it, but yeah, just talk about, you know, how it is working with somebody maybe out of state.
Honestly, I think it's super dope being able, especially working with him, who I was a fan of, and now we have a song together. I think it's sick. There's something the city needs. Like, I like seeing people work with other artists outside of, you know, across the state. It's like, because he's all the way in Texas, and if I can go there for a show and we perform our song, like, that's a big move. Or if I can get him here, we do a video and create more content together, like, that's a good move. So overall, it's just a good move for the brand and the business, and something I wanted to do too. So, like, you know, fanboy type shit, kind
For
of.
sure. No, that's really cool. How were some of the reactions? I seen that you were out there at the, which college was it, getting some reactions?
Gonzaga district. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, tell us how that was. That was pretty cool seeing you out there. I mean, it's good energy. People need to, you know.
I
be
ain't
out
even
there.
gonna lie. That shit is more scary than performing. No, seriously. Like, all the people that you guys seen in the video, those were the only people I even asked.
Really?
Like, that's how nervous I was to go up
Right.
to people and be like, can you want to check, you know, I'm making a
Right.
video, you guys want to check out my new song, get your reaction. You know, it's kind of
Right.
fucking, it's nerve-wracking for sure. So
Yeah.
shout out to everybody who makes videos like Social Experiments and
Hell yeah.
all that YouTube shit.
No, that was cool though, for sure. Do you feel like you had pretty good reactions though?
Oh yeah, the first two girls, those were the first people I asked. Like, I was nervous, so I felt like they were kind of nervous too, but they actually enjoyed it, and they're like, oh, like, we actually would bump this. It reminds us of like Mac Miller and shit. And then the last dude I asked, he was super into it, like, from the get go, and it was funny because he ended up making music, so it's pretty dope. Like, you never know who you're gonna come across and shit.
Hell yeah.
And then the other group I came across, they look like they're like Christian, you know, type people, but they're like, that was actually pretty dope, bro. Like,
Hell
you
yeah.
know.
Hell yeah.
I think the concept is really good, you know, especially if you can like get the edit down like super quick and punchy, throw the subtitles on. That has potential to do a lot of views for sure.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure. Yeah, that was I edited it myself, and I could have done way better, but learning, you know.
Right.
Plus, it's still good to just get the feedback because it is a really good song, and there are people talking about that song. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's how you know a song is good, when you have people just mentioning it like out of the
Right.
blue. It's like you don't hear that for a lot of people's music
Right.
and stuff like that. So
No, it's
Yeah.
really catchy.
Yeah, the beat, I feel like the beat's perfect. The lyrics are perfect.
talk about the beat, man. It's a top beat. How did the process of creating that beat come about? Like, yeah, what's the story behind that?
Well, Top actually hit me up. He's like, yo, you want to come kick it? Let's work on some shit.
Right.
Went to his crib, studio. We made 3 beats. I think that was the first one. I was like, I wanna do a super chill hip hop, and we were just going through the shit. I picked a couple sounds. He picked a couple sounds. We pieced it together. You know, he mainly did all the shit on the computer.
Right.
But yeah, it was dope. And then I made the hook there on his mic, actually, with the headset was busted too. We only had one side that worked, so I had to hold that on. Yeah, it was just, you know, Jimmy rigged it, and then, but it sounded dope. Like, the hook sounded good where we recorded it and everything, so I didn't even re-record the hook at Moses or anything.
Did you guys know you had like a banger? Like,
I definitely did. I did. Top did too. He's like, this shit. He was like,
Did he at any point want to hop on the song?
No, because we have another one. Yeah, the second beat we made, he actually hopped on the hook, and then I recently just recorded the verse to it, and we got that song finished.
Nice.
Yeah, about to be working on a video for that one too. So
Hell yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely want to see some of you and Top working together.
yeah, shout out Top, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Top.
Absolutely.
He was on the previous video. Shit was
Hell yeah.
dope.
100%. Yeah, I know it's really cool working with Top, always with his beats and stuff like that. How else do you get beats? Like, what's your creative process like?
What do you mean exactly?
Like when you're looking for, to make a song, what's your creative process like? How you're getting your beats? You just go into YouTube, or I mean, like, what's your inspiration?
Well, I have a collective as well. OTN Other Than Normal. I have a couple producers in the collective. One of them's Cyphoid. Another one's OTN Antisocial, who you see and hear a lot on my beats. Cyphoid, I think I only have like 1 or 2 songs on his beats at the moment, but really good friends of mine. And I get beats from them, or we'll create beats together,
Right.
like me and Top did. And then there's a couple other producers. One of them's overseas. He went by like Pink Vuitton, but he goes by a different name now. I forget off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for
Right.
newer producers and trying to work with local producers who, I'm looking for beats all the time. As of how I write, that could be like honestly, a lot of my songs that you guys hear, a lot are freestyle. Either like bar for bar type freestyle, or I've like one take freestyled it. But recently I've been writing again, trying to, that's where I'm more creative and
Right.
can actually spit some real shit and put that on paper a lot easier than freestyling it. So,
How long have you been rapping for?
I've been making songs since sophomore year, and that was 2013, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, so 7, 8 years.
So when did you put out your first track?
I mean, we could look, but I think that was 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, 2014. I was putting stuff out on SoundCloud.
Right.
People actually liked it, and I was getting like views and stuff. And
Right.
And those videos are still out on YouTube. You can watch them.
Yeah, there's one with Trey Weezy.
Yes, sir. What's the story with that? What happened with bro, man?
I don't know. He's doing music still, I'm pretty sure. But that's a funny story, actually. That's like kind of how I started getting in the studios. How I met like kind of the scene, actually. Trey Weezy I remember he was like one of the main people in the scene before I even started making music. Literally,
Right.
Him, Mo Davis, Dash. There's like Wild Card, Dead Poet, Certified Outfit. That was like Spokane scene.
He had a lot of potential too, like
Yeah,
some demons for sure, but who doesn't?
he's still got that potential.
Yeah, still has a
I
potential.
haven't talked to him in forever.
Yeah, he kind of just fell off the face of the planet, to be honest. I
Right.
did a few videos with him, and yeah.
Yeah, me, him, Bam, and Dash, Cameron. You know Cameron. Yeah, he used to go. Well, he goes by Bam Nasty as a rapper, and then Dash, he used to go by Dash Northwest. He doesn't rap anymore, but we all used to be a collective, family first.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I can say is that I've seen a lot of progression in your career, I feel like, because I met you maybe a few years ago. I think it was through Roman, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe you had hit me up prior in the DMs at one point, but he was the one who linked me and you together. And then we ended up making that one track. What track was that?
Bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the one. And that song, to be honest, that was one of my earlier videos, but I remember getting DMs like people watching that music video, and that was a big video.
It kind of popped off at first. Like, I remember.
It's one of the videos that I can attest to, like people talking about. Like people would come to me and be like, when people would come to me asking for a music video, I'd be like, hey. Sometimes I ask them like, what video did you see to maybe like to figure out who I was,
like
and a
that
lot
one,
of the
right.
times I'm telling you they mentioned that video, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
I've had a lot of people be like, oh, where'd you get that video? And I'm always like, Bambi. Like, I ain't gonna not tell,
Yeah.
But yeah, that song, it only has like 5,000 views on the video, but it got really good, like, impressions and stuff. it's my most liked YouTube video still. It had like 1,000 views in one day, I remember.
Yeah,
But you know, the
went-
hype didn't go where it was, you know, where it could have gone.
Yeah, and I remember me and you had a kind of
A little falling out at the
little
time.
bit.
Yeah, I remember.
because it was just me obviously wanting exclusive rights to the video. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to create all these videos and host them on my own platform, and I understand what it means to an artist to have their own content.
But I get where you're coming from too.
It makes more sense because I'm creating videos for many different artists. So I'm going to get people watching, I'm going to get people watching who are fans of different artists, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you putting it on your page, they just have to be your fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it could have blown up even more on your page. Who, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that page still does really well. I mean, I've had artists who have done 70,000 views on that channel, and it's got like 1,200 followers or 1,200 subscribers, whatever. But yeah, it's not done. I want to get back into music videos. It's been almost a year since I created a music video, but I'm looking to dip my toe back into that game.
Yeah, you better for sure. Come on now.
I fell out of love with it for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like there was a lot of people in the scene doing music videos, and
Kind of got oversaturated.
it got oversaturated. People were kind of doing the same things. I needed to find a different niche, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of steered into the more fighting content.
The MMA shit is dope, bro.
It is. I love everything about it.
I love MMA too.
Yeah. I see you at the shows. I see you out
I
there.
every week, every
For real.
Saturday. That's
Yeah.
all I focus on is just watching the fights, the UFC fights.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. But yeah, just I'm gonna get back into the music video game for sure because I feel like I've been waiting for somebody to emerge. I've been waiting for somebody like some young kid to come along and who has like crazy potential and wants to create local music videos. But I don't know if that person.
I know
has
some
arrived.
cats.
There are a few people for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you know them. Honestly, they're still in high school actually. And I think they're going to blow up, and they need more visuals. I was literally telling them today, I was like, yo, like, you guys need more YouTube presence. Like, you guys, I feel like they could blow up.
Who are you talking about?
His name on Insta's Clout Demon. He goes by Bray, his artist name, and then his buddy goes by Blake.
I don't know if we were thinking about. I know there's some young kids who I really liked who performed at the
Better Days Festival.
Better Days Festival, yeah.
That was a cool festival.
You know who those cats were?
Ira Moon. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's really good too.
I've seen them perform. I've actually performed at the Firm with these kids I'm talking about, and they perform too. And
they have a couple just bangers, just songs that just the whole crowd just going crazy.
For sure, yeah.
Like,
there
wow.
was one that they had. I was even like, damn, this is dope.
Yeah. I love it. I've done a few of your shows. You go way back. You were performing at the Pen, fucking
Swags
everywhere, bro. Yeah.
I've been performing since I started making music as well. 2015 was my first show.
And you rock a good show. I can honestly say that because I've done video recaps for you. One thing that stands out is the music video I did for you. You ended up taking a screenshot from that music video and creating T-shirts with it.
Yep.
And you shouted me out. You even put my name on the
Yeah,
corner
it's on there.
of the photo, which was dope to see.
It's a dope shirt.
But yeah, you definitely have been able to rock a show, 100%.
Yeah, I'm focused. One of my goals for this year is to get better at performing and have more of like I can't think of the word. More of a stage presence, more to go with my performance on, also just cardio, getting better at my cardio so I can actually like not even stress about running out of breath or any of that, because that happens for sure. I have a lot of energy in my performances too, and a lot of energy in some of my songs, and I'm not the type of artist to like try and not, not say certain word, or, I'm trying to rap every lyric that I'm spitting, and I have show versions. I don't rap over my vocals. So, there's a lot that goes into it.
100%. Yeah. You were working with your dad at one point, correct?
Yep.
He was like managing you.
Yeah. For the most, yeah, pretty much.
Is that still happening?
No, but we're actually talking right now. We want to put a show together. Because we haven't done one since my 21st birthday. We want to do one for my 25th birthday.
Definitely.
Damn.
And, yeah, we're about to actually try and get that figured out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do as far as, like, when you're trying to get shows set up? Like, do people normally be hitting you up, or how does that work? Like,
I mean, I've been hit up. You hit up people. You pay to play. There's a lot. I mean,
right.
it kind of just depends on what you want to do.
Right.
How you want to do it. There's a lot of ways.
Right.
But the best way to do it is booking your own show, like booking the venue to throw your own show is what I mean.
Right.
That's where the money's at for
Right.
sure.
Definitely.
There's not a lot of promoters out here either,
Not
right?
really
Like,
anymore, yeah.
Who's making that call?
I don't really know anymore. Yeah, that's a fact.
And the venue, you were also like in with a lot of the venues out here too. Like you had the Inn at the Pin.
Yeah, and the Pin's gone now. I mean, I headlined at Lucky You November of last year, so that's honestly probably the dopest venue around right now. The only part I wish was different is it could hold more people. It's only like 200 people venue, and
on the upstairs.
yeah,
right?
and
yeah.
I've sold out 400 plus, 300 plus. So, but that doesn't matter because that'll just mean the show will be even better.
Right.
Everyone's there and having a good ass time.
Do
and
you book the artists when you do your own shows?
Yeah, we pay the artists too.
You pay them.
Got to pay the artists.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, we usually would pay them $100 each.
Got you. Any shows that you've done recently locally, maybe that stand out?
Honestly, I've only done any shows I've gone to or just performed at.
Performed at, anything.
I mean, the last one that I headlined, I thought was one of my better performances in a while, but I wish there was more of a crowd. Like, we had max capacity, I guess, but it was only like 80 people max. And then when I was performing, a lot of people weren't in the venue at the time, but I don't ever worry about that. I still put on a good show. So,
Well, what are nerves like for you when you get up there and you're about to perform?
I'm pretty fucking nervous before I perform, always. Butterflies. But as soon as I grab the mic and start speaking into it, they all go away.
Right.
And then as soon as the crowd reacts, it's even better. Then you
Right.
get the energy, and then you're like, all right, I'm chilling. Like,
Right.
but yeah, I like to, before I perform, I like to just either be in the green room chilling where it's super quiet, just in my zone. Kind of, I don't know why I get like super tired sometimes before I perform. Like, I'll just be like chilling, like kind of zoning out, like about the slump. I'm like, all right, just saving my energy,
Right.
So I don't know.
Right. How is it pretty tiring up there? I mean,
No, I love it. Yeah, I enjoy it. I love talking to the crowd. I love being an MC.
right.
It's
Right.
fun.
I've always seen you're pretty engaging with your audience. I've seen you even like making your own personal videos, doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I like to talk to the crowd, ask them questions. I want to get better at that too, like
Right.
in between the songs, like what I'm doing on the stage,
Right.
like
Right.
yeah, it's a performance. So
You're big into like putting the city on too. Like you represent Spokane and you pop out for other people representing Spokane.
yeah, that's honestly how I started making music, was sharing everybody's music. And then they notice, they're like, oh, this cat's really fucking with, everything I'm posting. And then I eventually started making music, and then they realized, they're like, oh, and they liked it. And
You're
so
in
they
a
would
lot of
share.
people's music videos. When you do music videos, you invite everybody else out.
Yep.
So
The Wild C Ethan video we
pop
just
out,
did.
right? Is that or no?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, we have a song Hop Out, but that was for Bape Steppa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
And
I'm
I was
thinking
there
of.
doing the
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, he brought the big ass speaker.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they were vibing to the big speaker. That was pretty cool.
we needed it.
Well,
Yeah.
how was that process of just both of you guys? Because I wasn't there, but how was the process of shooting that video and just being behind the scenes for it?
Yeah, no, honestly, for me, it was a really cool process. Being able to be there behind the scenes, catching some footage like that. I mean, everybody was vibing, standing on top of a car, I think it was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, and that was a really cool location, too, under was it the Monroe Street Bridge?
Yeah, Peaceful Valley Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really cool location there. And yeah, vibing out. Jonathan there doing his thing with YLC. That was cool.
Yep.
Shout out Roses Are Red.
Shout out.
And yeah, it was cool. That was really a good experience. For sure. But yeah, to tell us what is that like, putting together a music video like that? Like,
It's fun. It's also nervous too, because you never know like who's gonna actually show up the day of, and
Right.
so you're worried because you want to make it. I mean, I want to make it. I don't know about everybody else, but I want to make it as good as an experience for everyone.
right.
I want to make sure it's fun. I want to make sure we get the footage we intended to get.
Right.
So I mean, it's a job for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
Do you feel like when you're making a song, you kind of start like thinking of like where you want to be shooting some of these locations, or
Sometimes.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of curious. I was like, man, some of these locations, like, how do people think of these locations? Like, you just driving by, or like, what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I do that a lot actually. I'm constantly thinking about video ideas.
Right.
Like I have the craziest ideas in my head all the time, and I'm like, damn, that'd be so sick. And then I, go on with my day and just forget
Right.
about it.
Put it in the vault.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the music videos. Like I've been over at your house, and the music videos that you're playing are just like, holy crap!
Yeah, I like
the best of the
love
best.
I love all kinds of shit. Like,
Visuals are so important, and you realize how important they are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do some crazy shit for like these next visuals. I also want to do some like super easy stuff, I guess you could say, basic stuff, but it's just like, I don't know, simple but complex in a way.
Right.
I like all kinds of video styles, so
That's
yeah.
kind of how I feel. Like I represent myself as a videographer, as like a grunge music video videographer. Like the music video, the locations you're asking about, like that's gonna be wherever we are. Like what's going on right now. Like if we're here, we're here, and we're just gonna shoot it.
Right.
And that's how it's gonna go down. And we're gonna build this story out after in post. And yeah, but. Like even for the song that we did together, I think we got a hotel.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of people roll through. It was snowing.
Yeah, it was actually sick.
It was a
Like,
crazy video for sure. Yeah.
it worked out.
And then we did the one shot in your house also with the green screen.
Yeah, that one was dope.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was kind of just pieced together, but we also like thought it through every shot we took at the same time.
Yeah. It had that vibe. It had that, and it was the first music video that I ever did where I changed the color of the smoke, and that started to become a signature in a lot of my music videos. Where when people were smoking, I would change the color of it.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's a really
So,
cool
like, yeah.
fact. I liked it. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So tell me, as far as, like side hustle goes, like what do you do for your side hustle? What's it like, out here as a artist?
Well, I was a bud tender for 2 years,
Okay.
a little over 2 years. Recently left that job. Now I'm just a full-time thrifter.
Okay.
Yeah. I pretty much every day go to the Goodwill outlet, just thrift it up and
Right.
find the good shit and sell it to the homies who
Right.
all run the stores around here,
Right.
or post that shit on my eBay. And,
Right.
yeah.
So if somebody was to want to check out your merch, how would they? Your eBay, it sounds like.
eBay, hit me up, come through the
hit you up.
crib.
For sure, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll post most of the stuff I want to. I have a bunch of shit at my house, and then people come do wholesale buys.
So, how did you get into that? Like, what inspired that?
Honestly, I've been thrifting for like 4 or 5 years now, pretty hardcore, and I always want it. I enjoy it. Like, it's fun. It's a little treasure hunt. You never know what you're gonna get. And then when you get, like, sometimes you get some crazy shit, and I just have a passion for it, kind of. So I love doing it. And then recently, when my job fell out, I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Right. Like, I just told myself, I was like, fuck it. I don't want to work for anybody else. Right. I want to work for myself, and it's helping me push myself to achieve my goals, what I actually want in life. I haven't really been struggling since I lost my job, but at the same time, I have, this is a job too. So some people are like, oh, you don't have a job. It's like, this is a job.
What's something that you flipped where you made like crazy money on?
I recently, pretty much, I just sold a shirt for $400.
How much did you get it for?
Really cheap.
Is it like it's like a collector's item or something like that?
A concert T-shirt is what it was. Yeah.
Those are becoming very popular, right?
Yeah.
The old school ones.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, thrifting's like, all the high schoolers and everyone. It's like popular to do right now. It's like the cool thing to do is thrift. So the past year, like literally the past year, it's become so much more popular. It's kind of like mainstream now. And now Goodwill, shout out Goodwill for allowing us to find some shit, but also fuck you, Goodwill. Nonprofit organization, taking everything, they go through everything before it even gets put out. Like, this is the bins. It's all supposed to be raw, like freshly donated shit before it gets sent to the stores type shit. But they're in the back digging through everything when they dump it out. They try and get all the shit that us resell. Goodwill is pretty much a reseller now. They have an online store where they resell shit online for max profit. It's fucking ridiculous. Right. They get donated shit for free.
Taking some of those gems.
They sell like Carhartt jackets online for like $50.
Right.
Like Goodwill. Like, what the fuck?
The thrifting, though, it definitely plays a role because it plays a big role in your style. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, you come rocking
thrifted right now. That's a blank Nike 90s hoodie. You know?
I see you in old Super Bowl from like 1987 or some shit, or WWF Raw back in the day.
I got some, like, I love the all over prints.
Yeah.
The crazy all over print tees. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're getting more rare too. I feel like these are not, people have bought those, but they're all ruined at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, nobody has that mint condition from 1987.
It's weird. Some people like the distressed shit more. Like, if it's a shirt that's kind of ripped up and faded, people like that more than more of a dead stock. Like, it's weird. It's how it is though. The vintage market, and it's always changing too. Like, shirts that are like a couple $100, a couple months later they might be $100. Like, it's always up and down. It's weird.
And Facebook Marketplace too, right? That's like, I feel like 90% of people are using Marketplace now. I feel like Craigslist and eBay are kind of dying out. I feel like
there's a lot of websites now. Yeah, I will say. I mean, I'm a stick with my eBay, but there's all kinds of, there's like Macari, Greld, there's so many, it's crazy. Never ending story.
So I just have kind of a cliche question, but as far as like inspiration goes, where do you look for inspiration?
I look for inspiration just through people, through my environment, through just everyday life. Right. Through music. Right. Through conversations. Right. Like, can come through any fucking thing.
Right.
I'm inspired constantly, but at the same time, like, not every time I'm inspired, I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. Like, it's clicked. Like, I'm, working on this. Like, I don't know. It comes and goes. Like, I definitely was in a falling out, like, not inspired, not wanting to do shit for a while, like, the past couple months. But, like, I don't know. I mean, my inspiration lately is just I want to see myself succeed and I want to progress. And so just saying that and, wanting to see that in my future is my inspiration. So
Are there any artists that you look up to that stand out?
for sure. I have a couple actually. Like, probably my top 5 would be like Mac, R.I.P. Mac. Wiz Khalifa is another one. I love Drake. Couple random ones you guys might not know. Cam Meekins, and then Fora. And then, I mean, I have a bunch of others like Talib Kweli. There's like Teddy Andreas.
You put me on to him.
Yeah. I have a lot of
Artificial
random.
Part 2.
The Neighborhood. I love The Neighborhood. There's this cat named Darcy. He makes crazy music too. There's so many artists I listen to.
It's crazy that that a lot of the artists that we look up to, I feel like a lot of the artists that I look up to aren't around anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at like Juice WRLD, Mac, Lil Peep, XXX
Lil
Tentacion.
Peep for sure, big inspiration to me too.
Just all these artists that aren't around anymore, and it's like I feel like you got to live through that era. You know what I'm saying?
It's sad.
It is so sad.
It's really sad. But at the same time, it's like so surreal because it's like, dude, that has already been like 2017. Bro, that's 6 years. Like,
Crazy.
what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Where
Wow.
did that time go? Like, it's crazy. And, everyone's still bumping the music. Like, he just made it. They just made it. I still do. And it doesn't even feel like, all those artists passed away still to me.
It definitely feels like a generation, though. Like, there was, that was when everybody was popping Xans and doing hella drugs.
SoundCloud was popping.
SoundCloud was going crazy. And
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was a time for sure. It was a time.
Yeah.
And it's passed.
It's past.
It has. It's weird.
Yes.
I remember I wanted to blow up so bad back then. I was like, oh, I'm gonna blow up. This is my year. I'm gonna blow up. This is my year. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna drop the song. And now that I look back at like I'd say 3 years ago is when I finally started making like good music, in my opinion. That could have potentially been like that. But then at the same time, now I'm looking back at my music 3 years ago and I'm like, like I could see why that didn't blow up. And I also didn't know shit about the business and what goes into promoting. And
Yeah. And this whole social media game also is
Yeah.
completely 180.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's like,
Right.
it's not even the same anymore. Like, back in the day, I feel like everybody was trying to get that one music video to blow them up. Now everybody's creating 30-second reels to do it.
Yeah.
So just
Right.
different.
No,
But it's cool.
TikTok.
For real.
Yeah.
TikTok's weird.
Really, what you should do is just create all your content and then basically put it on every platform, or create it for every single platform,
One thing I want to see a lot of these artists doing this year is if they actually own their beats and they actually give a fuck, copyright your music.
Good
For real.
advice.
Copyright your music, especially before you release it. So, yeah.
Advice right there.
It's a
Good
little
advice.
101,
Definitely.
It's funny how many times I'll, like, go to people's videos or songs on YouTube, click on the little tab, brings up all the information, sometimes it's not, they don't even own the beat. It's a beat
Right.
they took. It shows you whose beat it is because they copyright it,
Right.
And it's like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
this ain't even your beat. Like,
Yeah, copywriting and using samples, and it's a dicey world for sure. Like, even like somebody like Juice WRLD, like Lucid Dreams, that's like a Sting song or something, and he doesn't what from something that I heard was he makes like no money off of that song because of Sting.
Yeah.
It all goes to Sting.
Yeah, Mac Miller, I know he made hella money off
Yeah.
the kids mixtape and then got sued, but he paid it like nothing because he made hella money off it already.
Right. There was another story where Mac used the song, I think it was Donald Trump maybe, where he didn't own the beat and he put it on his project, and then later he didn't make no money.
Yeah, it's a sketchy thing. I remember my dad was always like, "You're gonna learn one day if you don't do it right."
Yeah, for businesses, yeah, even catchphrases. Like you look at somebody like Bruce Buffer who copyrighted the catchphrase "It's time," or his brother Bruce with "It's ready to rumble." Like these people are monetizing catchphrases and whatever. If you can own it, like own it. You know,
shit's crazy out here.
It's wild.
Right.
Business is crazy.
What other advice would you give a younger you? Advice, to anybody coming up, in the industry, looking to make a career.
Always listen to people's constructive criticism. Don't ever let the negative shit get to you if anyone's being negative or whatever, but just stay true to yourself. Just follow your path, whatever you want to do. If you want to, it's all up to you. Just, I don't know what I'd say to myself, a younger me, like a younger music me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's things I wish I could have done differently, but at the same time, I like where I'm at. I feel like I'm supposed to be where I'm at. And, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everything will pan out the way it's gonna. That's for sure.
Any other local artists that you're going to plan on working with here soon?
Well, I mean, shit. I've worked with a lot. I love collabing. It's like one of my favorite things to do, honestly.
Tell us maybe a little about some of your favorite collabs.
Well, my favorite is probably the song I did with Dat Boy Rob. It's an old one. Didn't even do that good. But he's my favorite local artist. So that's why it's my favorite.
I've heard that from other people as well.
Yeah.
Any songs specifically?
Honestly, one of my favorites is the song I did called Northwest with the Sunchild. Okay. He's a fucking a goat from Spokane. He kind of fell off too. He went MIA.
I worked with him. I got a video with him.
Yeah. I know some stuff happened. Him and his lady split up, but I haven't really spoke to him since then, and it's been like 2 years. But that song's probably one of my favorites. I actually had Landon Cube reposted on SoundCloud, and that's how it kind of got like the attention it got.
That's cool.
It's at like 5K on SoundCloud and shit like that.
They had a whole movement going, the whole GFG movement. You remember that? Yeah, Dat Boy, Rank,
all of them. I
Sunchild,
remember that.
Nick
Yeah.
Swoboda, 2 Glock Skinny making the videos.
Yeah.
What happened, man?
He's I don't know where he's at, but I remember last time I talked, he's like, I'm doing weddings now. He's like I'm getting money.
Hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah, for real. He had some dope videos.
Oh, I mean,
him and the Jiggy Jared video.
He's more of an inspiration to me than he probably realizes.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he showed me so much stuff as far as music video goes. I was always striving to be like 2 Glock Skinny in my music videos, 100%.
Yeah, I can see that now that you say that.
Yeah.
So, well, what are your thoughts on the community out here, working with other people? It seems like all good experiences.
Oh, yeah, the community is dope. I mean, I'm sure there's some riffraff in the community, some beef going on. I mean, there's always some shit popping off, but then it dies real quick.
Right.
But no, there's community's dope. Every month there's a networking event.
Okay.
That a lot of artists go to, photographers, videographers, venue owners. Pretty much just, the music culture comes together once a month.
You're talking about the Have You Heard Live?
Yeah. the one record and them put together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I've definitely
I
been
haven't
there.
been to one of those at this point, but hopefully
Come to the
they do it
next
every
one.
Monday, first of the month.
Every first month, every
Monday.
once every month on the first Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird to say.
There's not a lot
That's-
of people trying to bring the community together, so I give them credit for it.
Yeah, it's dope. I
100%.
mean, I've met a lot of new people who I never would have if it wasn't
Right.
for that connected network. Follow each other now. So yeah, it's working for sure. It's helping us all communicate and
Right.
grow together.
And so that's like a page on Instagram. Have you heard live?
No, that's Riker's.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the audience here,
Oh,
how would
yeah.
people be able to,
Have you heard? I think it's just have you heard?
Have you heard live? Yeah, on
Yeah,
Instagram.
On Insta, yeah. Shout out Riker.
shout out Riker?
Yeah, I just want to see the shows come back since COVID. Fuck all that.
It's like a
But
slow
yeah.
pace now. I feel like
Yeah,
there's not
like-
as many shows. Like
'cause
it should be every Friday, Saturday. Like there should be
At
some-
least like some shows. Like I want to
Yeah.
see more. I just want to see more shows. I want to see more promoters. I want to see promoters do more for us artists out here.
Right.
That's what I want to see. I want to see like a festival.
Right.
Like we need to have we have so many artists out here who have
Right.
been making music for a long time. From Seattle, Tri-Cities, here, Idaho. Like we have so many artists. I want to see Spokane put together something. Like we have, the Pig Out in the Park. We have stuff
Right.
like that going on downtown. Why don't we have something that helps
community.
build the community and helps build the music scene out here as well? We just need someone to
Yeah.
you
We
know,
got Pig Out. We
make it
got Hoop
happen.
Fest that comes through Spokane.
And there could be so many more opportunities for so many more people if they just had a venue or a place where someone was allowing them, like, all right, we're looking for artists. We're trying to, put on new artists and give them a platform to grow.
I'm trying to merge this fighting and this music world a little bit together. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like imagine like a fight event and you have performances
That'd be sick.
rapping in the middle of it or something. I don't know. Just
Something, yeah.
yeah.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. But yeah, as far as the fighting goes, like you've worked with Terrance. Have you worked with Terrance McKinney? At
Yeah,
anything?
actually, at my when I was a bud tender, he was a bud tender too.
Nice. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I seen you guys are.
And I went to
super
school
close.
with him too.
Nice.
Yeah, I've known him for a minute. Back in school. Honestly, funny story. Me, my buddy Caleb, his brother Brett, and then Terrance, we're all hanging out. And Terrance, just out of nowhere, he's like, to my buddy Caleb, he's like, I'm gonna choke you out. And Caleb's like, he's being a little bitch. He's like, no, don't do it to me. Do it to Caleb. He's like pointing right at me. He's just instantly put it on me. Terrance's like, all right. I instantly stood up. I was about to dip. Terrance's like, don't run. I'm going to catch you. I was like, fuck. I was like, all right. Let him fucking put me in a chokehold. And literally, I was digging my chin in to his arm as hard as I could. That probably wasn't smart. I think I, kind of knocked myself out faster, putting the pressure in. But yeah,
He put you out.
look, yeah, I was like in and out. Like I
100%
wasn't
out?
not 100% out,
Oh,
but like I
wow.
was like in and out. It felt like I was just blinking. Like it was weird. But yeah,
Damn.
and then it was just funny shit. Yeah.
That's wild.
Choked out by.
But
Terrance
after
McKinney.
that, he was like, bro, I fuck with you. He's like, he respected me so much, and every time
Oh,
I
yeah.
seen him in like the halls at school, he'd dap me up and whatever. So I was like, fuck yeah, I mean, shit.
That's dope. Yeah.
And then I mean, weird way to build a friendship, but I mean, he's the homie. Shout out Terrance.
Absolutely.
Love to see him
Hell yeah.
in the cage and working, and I'm glad. He's busting his ass right now.
Go,
I'm
man.
excited for his next
Go.
fight.
I
so.
saw you out at when Ray Northwest made his debut.
Oh, bro!
Also.
Shout out Ray. I've known him since elementary school.
You guys have a bunch of music together, yeah?
We don't have any songs together actually, but we've made music like in the studio together. Like I actually remember when he first started making music. Like he would come over to Family First Studios and record with Trey Veezy and
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so but
So
he's
dope.
the homie. He's
Yeah.
It's crazy. He used to not be that tall, and now that man is so tall.
It's so dope to see him like striving to be great.
Oh, yeah,
too,
I
like,
love it.
and being so talented.
And
going
Alvin
on.
too.
Oh, Alvin Walsh.
Yeah, I've known him. He went to
Yeah.
Shadle too. Like,
Nice. Shout out Alvin Walsh.
bro, it's crazy. I love how the fight culture is. Like, we have a good fight culture. We have a good just all over culture in Spokane.
Oh yeah.
And like, I love seeing all the homies and just people I know doing fighting or making music or just like doing something, like Alpha Grand right here, you know, doing the podcast,
Hell yeah.
doing the videos, you know, like, come on, doing the dancing, come on now.
Yo, Jiggy. Shout out Jiggy Dre.
Yo,
So before we wrap it up and do some shout outs, is there anything else you'd like to tell the people listening, your fans?
I need everybody to go to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to your music. Go type in 98KC Like This featuring Lil Booty Call. You already know. That shit is the best hip-hop song of the year around the Pacific Northwest, no doubt. And
Summer vibes.
Yes. Really good vibes.
Vibes.
Chill, smoking vibes. Hanging out vibes. Go listen to that song, 98KC Like This featuring Lil Booty Call. I just dropped it. Shit's doing really good, and keep it going.
Shout outs?
Shout out to my mom. Shout out my dad. You know, shout out. Actually, it's a big. It's a real one, low key. Shout out my old dog Puppy. She passed away today. Super sad, low key. Shout out Alpha Grand, Bambi, Jiggy J, my guy. No, shout out Top for the beats lately. Shout out OTN. Shout out my bro Antisocial for helping me with the content lately, taking pics always. Shout out Roses Are Red. Shout out Wild C Ethan. Shit, bro, I could go on for days with the shout outs. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
I love to show love.
And I
Showing
love to see
community.
it too. I love to see music videos that I did, 3-4 years ago, and the fact that you're still striving for it, you're still going for it, you're still putting out bangers, and yeah, all the best. Good luck, man, and hopefully we can work again in the future.
Oh yeah, we will, bro.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
I'm gonna stay putting out bangers for the people. Stay dropping content. I'm gonna be trying to drop a new TikTok video, getting people's reactions.
Okay.
Like at least once a month,
Hell yeah.
twice a month. Once I get more comfortable, more. You know.
We all love to
so,
see it.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
gang.
Hell yeah. All right, this is Alpha Grand TV, 98KC, the Great Bambi 42.
Peace out.
We're signing out.
Peace.
Good shit, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Like this. Yeah. Like this, throw your hands in the air like this. Everybody just vibe like this. If you see me, I'll be dressed like this. So damn fresh and clean, we don't miss. Yeah, this life we live, such a gift. If you want this life, there's some risk. Take the time and create a hit. Now you're vibing right here like this. Throw your hands in the air like this. Everybody just vibe like this. If you see me, I'll be dressed like this. So damn fresh and clean, we don't miss. Yeah, this life we live, such a gift. If you want this life, there's some risk. Take the time and create a hit. Now you vibing right here like this. Wake
wake up and do your thing. No times they ain't the same, no shit is gonna change. We struggle, we go through pain, we hustle, we all the same. My motivation is driven by haters talking my name. The time that I take to make all these hits is kinda insane. Some people thinking that I ain't shit and I'ma fade away. Some people thinking that I'm the greatest and I'm here to stay. The only thing I'ma say is I will never change and be me. Yeah, as long as you can be you. Yeah, in this world full of sin. Yeah, it's so hard to stay true. Yeah, but you gotta do your best out here. Know some people, they gon' put you to the test out here. And if you rockin' with them guns, you need a vest out here. But we just tryna make some music with no stress round here. We be at the show, throw your hands in the air like this. Everybody just vibe like this. If you see me, I be dressed like this. So damn fresh and clean, we don't miss. Yeah, this life we live, such a gift. If you want this life, there's some risk. Take the time and create a hit. Now you're vibing right here like this. Throw your hands in the air like this. Everybody just vibe like this. If you see me, I be dressed like this. So damn fresh and clean, we don't miss. Yeah, this life we live, such a gift. If you want this life, there's some risk. Take the time and create a hit. Now you vibing right here like this.
Okay, we living in recession, gotta grip a weapon. To split your wig over shit when you show off your blessings. So you gotta hold your own, cause we not here long. Why they aiming for a domes, we tryna make these songs. Cause in the jungle they be ruthless, get your gun like nuisance. But you rumble